Christopher Nolan has made 12 films. Blockbusters, thrillers, war epics, superhero films, sci-fi. They all look completely different on the surface, but they all use the exact same trick, not the same theme, not the same actor. The same structural trick buried inside every single film he has ever made. Hidden so well that most people sit through it twice and still don't see it. By the end of this video, you will never watch a Nolan film the same way again. The trick is this. Christopher Nolan always shows you the answer at the beginning of the film before you have the context to understand it, not as a hint, not as a clue, right there, in plain sight. In the first 5 minutes, he calls it, and this is real. He said this in interviews, showing the audience the magician's hand before they know what they're watching. Think about how a magic trick works. The magician shows you the coin, you see it, then it disappears, then it reappears somewhere impossible. And you're amazed even though the coin was never hidden from you. You just didn't know what to look for. That is exactly what Nolan does. Every single time, let's go through the films and prove it. Memento opens with a Polaroid photograph developing in reverse. The image fades from clear back to blank. Most people register this as a cool visual. An artistic choice, it's not. It's the entire film in one image. The story unfolds backwards. The protagonist Leonard cannot form new memories. He is always moving but never forward. He is always searching, but the answer is already tattooed on his body. Nolan shows you this in the first 10 seconds. The photograph going backwards. The whole film is that photograph. By the end, when you realize Leonard has been writing himself lies to keep a purpose he manufactured, you go back in your mind to that opening image. And it hits completely differently. He told you. You just didn't have the language yet. The Prestige opens with Michael Caine's voice. He says every magic trick has 3 parts: the pledge, the turn, the prestige. Then he asks, are you watching closely? The entire film is structured as a magic trick. 3 acts, 3 parts. And the answer to the mystery, the real secret behind Borden's trick, is hidden inside that opening monologue. Nolan tells you what the film is before you watch it. He tells you a man will sacrifice everything for the trick. He tells you the prestige, the final reveal, is the part that matters most. And then he spends 2 hours misdirecting you anyway. When the twist lands, and it does land, you realize the answer was in the first 2 minutes, spoken clearly by Michael Caine, while you were busy watching the wrong thing. The Dark Knight opens with a bank heist. The Joker's men rob a bank and eliminate each other one by one as they go, until only the Joker is left. Most people think this is just a great opening sequence. And it is, but it's also the entire film compressed into 6 minutes. The Joker's plan throughout The Dark Knight is exactly what he does in that opening scene. He manipulates people into destroying each other while he walks away. He doesn't have an end game. He has a method, and that method is on screen in full in the first 6 minutes. Every scheme, every trap, every manipulation Harvey Dent falls into, it's all a version of that bank heist. Each person eliminating the next. While the Joker watches, Nolan showed you the villain's entire playbook before the title card appeared. You just thought you were watching an action sequence. Inception opens with Cobb washed up on a beach, an old man, a spinning top, 2 children running away from him in the distance. This is the end of the film. Nolan opens with the ending, but because you don't have context, because you don't know what the spinning top means, who the old man is, or why the children matter, it registers as a mysterious cold open. Not a spoiler. By the time you reach the final scene, the top spinning, the children running, the cut to black, your brain is exploding. But if you go back and watch the first 2 minutes again, Nolan already showed you exactly how it ends. He opened with it, right there, the whole answer. And the reason it still works even when you know, even on a rewatch, is because the question was never whether Cobb woke up. The question was whether it mattered. Oppenheimer opens with a single line. I'm become death, the destroyer of worlds. Then we see fire, light, an atomic reaction blooming in slow motion, beautiful and terrifying at the same time. That image is the entire film. Oppenheimer is not a film about a bomb. It is a film about a man who unlocked something he could not put back, who understood exactly what he was creating and did it anyway, and spent the rest of his life living inside the consequences of that single decision. Nolan opens with the destruction before you know the man, before you know the science, before Before you know the politics, he shows you the fire first. Then he shows you the person who lit it. By the time the film ends, when Oppenheimer sits across from Einstein and tells him what he really fears, you go back to that opening image. The fire was never about the bomb. It was about what the bomb did to the man who made it. He told you in the first frame. You just didn't know what you were looking at yet. So why does he do this? Because Christopher Nolan doesn't want to fool you permanently. He wants to fool you temporarily and then give you the satisfaction of realizing you had the answer the whole time. That moment of realization when the trick lands and you go back in your mind to the opening, that is the feeling he is engineering. Every time, in every film, he's not making mysteries. He's making magic tricks, and like every great magic trick, the method is hidden in plain sight. You just have to know what you're looking for. Now you do. Next time you watch a Nolan film, any Nolan film, pay attention to the first 5 minutes. He already told you everything. You just have to listen. If this changed how you watch films, subscribe. New breakdown every week. Drop in the comments which Nolan film is your favorite and did you catch the trick the first time.